I encoded certain meaning into my music video to create a preferred reading, said by Stuart Hall 1980 to the audience. This meant that we had to follow the general conventions of a music video. Music videos are used as a promotional way for artists as both industrial and commercial product and cultural form, said by Roy Shuker 2001, which they then use to make money, to promote singles with the hope of selling albums, to provide content for music TV channels, to be sold on DVD or download, to add value to audio releases, to enhance star persona, said by Richard Dyer 1975, or branding. Commonly, music videos are about 3 minutes long and function, in the industry's own words, as promotional devices, encouraging record sales and chart action. Andrew Goodwin identifies 6 common codes and conventions establishing the form of a music video. First, there is a relationship between the music and the visual, which can be illustrating, amplifying, or contradicting. In our music video, we didn't have lyrics, so we needed to match our visuals to the certain beat in the music. We did this by making the cuts in our editing time to the music, and we also created a narrative that matched the genre and music videos we had already seen. He then said that an artist may develop their own star iconography in and out of their videos, which over time becomes part of their star persona. He also said that particular music genres may have their own music video style and iconography. The music genre that we used was glitch hop, which is a genre that many artists don't have music videos for. Saying that, we found videos for similar style artists that either was of that genre or of a further subgenre of glitch. He also said that there was a relationship between lyric and visuals, but as said before, we didn't have any lyrics. He stated that there is a demand for close-ups of the main artist or vocalist. We didn't have the band or artists in our videos, but we did have lead characters, and so many close-ups of both the victim and the villain were used. Finally, he said that there is likely to be a reference to voyeurism. Goodwin defined voyeurism as the notion of observing without the observer knowing, thus creating a pleasure of watching. This is very common in music videos, as the audience is set up as a spectator to action. To create our media project, we had to research videos which were of a similar genre to the one we wanted to create, and pastiche these to follow the generic conventions of this music genre. This would then allow us to meet the target audience of the glitch hop genre that we decided to do a video of. To do this, we closely textually analysed a video which was one of a similar style and genre to ours, so that it would closely represent the genre style we were going for. We found the video by a glitch hop group called Aphex Twin and their music video to the song Come to Danny. This video reinforced the representation of an urban lower class image and how this is dangerous and also sort of supernatural in a sense that anything can happen and you should be scared of the modern world that we live in. They used the representation of an elderly woman to show the stereotypical vulnerability of the victim. This juxtaposed against the image of the villain, who was portrayed as a deformed child in school uniform. Vladimir Prop, 1928, stated that in media there will always be the narrative of a villain, a protagonist, or a hero and a damsel. This video follows this idea, as the dog could be seen as the hero trying to protect the damsel as the elderly woman. I close textually analysed this video to see what angles and shot types to use which would be similar. It also made us see that to create the image of it being creepier, we could use a tint on the video to make it appear as if it's a different perspective on the world. There were many close-ups which used to let the audiences see the effects used on the villain. We could see that there were many effects used to let the audience know that it was showing the distorted view of society. In reference to the vulnerable victim, there were many high-angle shots to reinforce the stereotypical nature of her vulnerability and making her appear smaller. In contrast, low-angle shots were used on the villain to make them appear bigger than they were and to make them appear more powerful. The video we analysed used many mise-en-scene elements to create representation. As the video was quite obscure and quite horror movie style, they used images to anchor, said Vollenbaas, the image to the lyrics. This can create a symbolic meaning to represent their view. Micro-elements are important in this aspect as they can manipulate the way the audience feels to the lyrics. Carlson in 1999 states that by manipulating microelements, the music director creates a couple of ideas which are repeated and varied. These are called visual motifs and vary depending on the genre of music. He said that editing is crucial in putting the visual motifs together. In the Come to Daddy video, there was editing used to create the image of the villain. In our video, we wanted to make it simpler, so we used masks to create the fear element, but also fit in with the horror style of the Come to Daddy video. We decided to use masks after researching the uncanny valley theory, which is the idea that humans are scared of things that look like humans but are not. For example, clowns, robots and dolls. We use a plain white mask as this fit in with the theme, but also contrasted against the black costumes that the villains wore. We decided to dress them all in black to connote their evil, and also to contrast against the lighter clothes that the damsel wore. We dressed her in light clothes to connote her vulnerability and innocence. We also chose a model that had light hair. We kept the costume minimal, as we were going to adding in effects and wanted to keep in with the convention of glitch hop, being simple at the base, but then there is a lot of post-production work. Location was used to fit in with the convention of our genre, as it had an urban lower class theme, similar to the Come to Daddy video. It was also located with lots of graffiti, which fits in with the artist being urban and representing this. Our genre was glitch hop, and going along with the idea of the Come to Daddy video, we needed to use lots of editing to follow the conventions of the genre of our music video. Like other music videos, we used lots of cuts to match the beat and rhythm of the music video, which kept the narrative in time. We also used the idea of genre of glitch in our video and narrative by using editing such as distort and noise on Adobe Premiere. Like the Come to Daddy video, we added a tin on our video to create the representation of distortion. We pastiche this idea from the video as we wanted to represent the idea of this world being distorted and dangerous. The blue tint created a creepy effect and made it appear darker. We also used the narrative structure of Todorov in our music video, which states that there is 5 stages in a narrative. 1. An equilibrium. This was when our innocent character was walking home alone. Secondly, a disruption. This is where the innocent character realises that she is being followed. Thirdly, a realisation. This is where the innocent character starts to run away and try to get away from the evil characters, but to not avail. Fourth, restored order. This is where the character is caught and turns into one of the villains. It is restored as she is no longer being chased and the villains are happy. Lastly, new equilibrium. The cycle starts again and they find a new victim. This is how our media product used, developed or challenged the forms of conventions of real media products.